For today's headlines, Vaxxing the Youth said mid-October. Pacquiao status comment sought. Trillanes prods Leni run. Law and order back. Cebu City hospitals in safe zones. Cagayan de Oro virus cases decline. Police Army Corps tapped versus virus surge. First inhalable COVID-19 vaccine moves toward approval. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is September 24, 2021 and these are the latest news this Friday morning. The Philippines is eyeing to vaccinate individuals aged 12 to 17 years old against COVID-19 by mid-October, an official said Thursday. They are proposing to open up the vaccination for children by the middle of October, Vaccine Czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said during his presentation in the pre-taped Talk to the People with President Rodrigo Duterte. Galvez said the country has enough supply of COVID-19 vaccines, totaling 23.75 million doses in stock, and expects to receive more deliveries in the coming weeks. He added that the current supply of vaccines can sustain the vaccination until October, since the average daily jabs are now ranging from 400,000 to 500,000. The official also said there is a vaccine saturation in the National Capital Region and other cities, hence the vaccination should be open to other sectors. Galvez said the vaccine supply is enough to vaccinate some 12 million children from this age group. However, he said the priority in the vaccination should be children with comorbidities. So far, only Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccines were able to secure emergency use for individuals aged 12 to 15 years old. Earlier this week, the Department of Health said the country's vaccine experts are still studying the vaccination of the pediatric population. The agency previously said that the pediatric population from 0 to 17 years old in the country is about 40 million. The Commission on Elections has directed the group led by Senator Manny Pacquiao and Senator Coco Pimentel inside within the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan to comment on a petition filed by another wing of the ruling party to make their camp illegitimate. In an en banc order dated September 22, the poll body asked the Pacquiao-led faction to file its response to the appeal filed by its rival group led by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi within 5 days upon receipt. The Cusi wing of the ruling party appealed to the COMELEC on September 7 to declare Pacquiao and his allies as legitimate officers and/or unauthorized representatives of PDP Laban after it elected its own set of officers. Lawyer Melvin Matibag, Secretary General of PDP Laban, thanked the COMELEC for heeding their request and stressed that it will give the party's local candidates the peace of mind that they will be running under the legitimate PDP Laban. Both camps are claiming to be the legitimate PDP Laban, with the Pacquiao faction expressing confidence that it will be favored by the poll body as having the original members of the ruling party. PDP Laban was founded in 1982 by late Senator Aquilino Nene Pimentel, father and namesake Senator Coco Pimentel. With both groups confirming that they have submitted their separate sworn information update statements, the COMELEC now has to decide which group truly represents the party. Pacquiao has recently announced that he is running for president under his PDP Laban wing, and the Cusi wing, meanwhile, is endorsing Senator Christopher Bongo and President Rodrigo Duterte as the party's presidential and vice presidential candidates, respectively. With 5 days away from the filing of the certificates of candidacy, former Senator Antonio Trillanes IV prodded Vice President Leni to formally announce whether she is running or not for president in next year's elections. Senators Panfilo Ping Lacson and Manny Pacquiao and Manila Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso have already made known their intent to gun for the highest office in the land. Trillanes said that the declaration meant that unity talks initiated by Robredo has been junked and that there's no hope for a broad opposition coalition to fight the administration's bet for president. It was evident that they, Lacson, Pacquiao, and Domagoso, will run for president from the start, and aside from that, they do not belong to the true opposition, regardless of how much they spin the truth, he said. That's why the Magdalo Group is calling for VP Leni to announce her decision on the upcoming 2022 elections, Trillanes said, referring to the group of failed coup plotters he heads. Robredo previously said she is ready to run for president if she will be chosen as the united opposition's bet for 2022. Trillanes threw his group's support behind Robredo but insisted she needs to formalize her candidacy soonest. The former lawmaker said the true opposition has given her ample time to make up her mind. Trillanes said he will run for president in the event Robredo backs out. The opposition forces are ready to unite and back the candidacy of VP Leni as president, and he are also convinced that she will win should she continue her bid. Tribune News on Q will be back after these short reminders. We're back on Tribune News on Q. Presidential Communications Operations Office Secretary Martin Andanar on Wednesday said that with their promises of real challenge delivered by the Duterte administration, respect for the law and the government has been restored. Secretary Andanar said that President Rodrigo Duterte made clear accomplishments based on what he had promised in 2016, especially in maintaining law and order, anti-corruption, and poverty alleviation. That's the unique legacy that would differentiate the administration from the past administration, he added as he cited President Duterte's tough stance in dealing with businesses that are tax delinquent. He said that the peace and order situation in the country has improved during the current administration, starting with its unrelenting campaign to eradicate illegal drugs. The PCOO chief cited the modernization efforts of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which aims to capacitate the military in terms of equipment and personnel management as it carries out its mandate to protect the country and to maintain peace and order. With the decrease of coronavirus disease 2019, patient admissions in private and public hospitals in Cebu City, the local government of the city announced that they are already in the safe zone. Cebu City Emergency Operations Center Deputy Implementer and City Councilor Joel Garganera revealed that at least 4 major hospitals and all public hospitals are no longer overwhelmed with patients. Regarding COVID-19 critical care occupancy, for the first time, all 4 public hospitals in the city are in the safe level, Garganera said. They have their step-down facilities like Cebu City Medical Center to Cebu City Quarantine Center, St. Anthony Mother and Child Hospital to City Central BIC, and St. Vincent Hospital, he added. The city's hospital occupancy is now at 47.6% for public hospitals and 51.6% for private hospitals, which significantly improved compared to August 2021 when it reached nearly 80%. Garganera cited hospitals already mastered triaging, such as in the case of St. Anthony Hospital, where postpartum COVID-19 patients are transferred to Barangay Isolation Centers, CCQC and CCMC, after 3 to 4 days from giving birth. Virus cases in Cebu City have also significantly dropped, with its active cases now at 1,183, while the death toll is still increasing, with a total of 80 deaths recorded. Cagayan de Oro City's coronavirus disease 2019 cases continue to decline, according to the City Health Office, or CHO. The CHO said that from the daily average of 100 cases, it was reduced to 29 cases, 28 of which were local transmissions, while 1 was a returning overseas Filipino. It also reported 1 death, bringing the city's death toll to 818 since the pandemic broke out last year. Most of the fatalities were elderly patients with existing medical condition and showed COVID-19 symptoms before they passed away. Cagayan de Oro City Mayor Oscar Moreno said that the decline in cases was due to residents from seriously observing health protocols. Meantime, the number of recoveries in the city is now at 14,589, following 108 patients recovering from the deadly respiratory disease. The CHO also reported that 3,671 were active cases, 886 of which were confined in the Northern Mindanao Medical Center and other hospitals in the city, while the rest were listed as outpatients staying in various temporary treatment and isolation facilities. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
It's time for the world to know. Outstanding Filipinos in America. The 11th Outstanding Filipinos in America Awards 2021. A salute to the heroes of coronavirus. Coming back live in person at the Carnegie Hall in New York City, home of the TOFA Awards since 2011.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. In other news, President Rodrigo Duterte has ordered the medical personnel of the military and police to aid hospitals that need additional staff amid the coronavirus pandemic. During his televised meeting with cabinet officials Wednesday night, the president noted that some medical facilities can no longer accept COVID-19 patients since doctors and nurses have acquired COVID-19. Duterte ordered the Medical Corps of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police to place human resources on ready on deck. Citing reports from the Health Department, he said that St. Luke's Medical Center recorded 168 of its employees have been infected with the virus, followed by Medical Center 84, Cardinal Santos Medical Center 60, UERM Memorial Medical Center 55, and Philippine Heart Center 33. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, who was present at the cabinet meeting, said the AFP had deployed 2 nurses to St. Luke's Medical Center following the president's order. He added that the AFP Surgeon General had coordinated with the hospital's management and is looking for more medical frontliners from its ranks who could be sent to other hospitals in Metro Manila. The Philippines is fighting one of Asia's worst coronavirus outbreaks as it struggles to contain the spread of new infections, likely driven by the COVID-19 Delta variant, which continues to overwhelm the country's healthcare system. Health authorities have so far detected 2.41 million coronavirus infections, of which 162,000 cases remain active. The world's first aerosolized inhalable adenovirus type 5 vector-based COVID-19 vaccine, or the AD5nCoV, is progressing well toward obtaining emergency use approval and is expected to be in wide use soon thereafter, the Global Times learned from the vaccine developer and an industry insider on Wednesday. Aerosolized inhalable AD5nCoV can produce a strong cellular immune response, which maintains the same level as that obtained by traditional intramuscular injections in 14 days. Besides the increase of antibodies after inhaling AD5nCoV, as a booster shot could be 7 to 8 times that of an inactivated vaccine as a booster, the Global Times learned from the developer, CanSino Bio. The vaccine was jointly developed by the researchers from the Institute of Military Medicine under the Academy of Military Sciences, led by Chen Wei. Further clinical trials are ongoing, and experts recommend that inhaled vaccines as a promising candidate for booster shots of inactivated vaccines. The Phase 1 clinical trials found that an aerosolized booster vaccination taken 28 days after the first intramuscular injection induced strong IgG and neutralizing antibody responses, said the report of the trial, which was published in the Lancet Infectious Diseases on Monday. The trial also showed that 2 doses of the aerosol form of AD5nCoV were well tolerated without causing any vaccine-related serious adverse events. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Aladat Center, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista, and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning!
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.